changes, especially the way this series has gone.
Danny Crawford working with Hugh Hollins and Dick Pavetta. And on the opening tip, the ruling that the ball, apparently someone jumped in too quickly on part of the Chicago Bulls, was Michael Jordan trying to get the edge. So it is Orlando with the first possession as Hardaway works against Pippen. We're just underway in Game 4. Hardaway in the lead, and O'Neal is fouled.
Well, Brian Hill and his coaching staff putting in a couple of new wrinkles and a couple of new plays at yesterday's practice, and this is one of them. Getting a pick and roll to the middle of the floor, something that's been very difficult for them to do because the Bulls have been forcing their pick and rolls from that side of the floor down to the baseline. But this one got Penny Hardaway to the middle and a good pass to Shaq.
Foul committed by Longley, and Shaq gets the crowd going, following up on the 1 for 9 on Saturday by hitting his first 2. Light pressure being shown as Dennis Scott hangs back against Scottie Pippen. Jordan is being played here at the start by Bowie. Longley sets the pick. Longley with the shot clock down to 4 is called for traveling.
Well, the Bulls taking a lot of time as the Magic defense pressuring them into not a good look on any kind of offense. A key for Chicago is keeping Luke Longley and Dennis Rodman out of early foul trouble. That's what happened to them in Game 2, and that's how Orlando got an 18-point lead.
O'Neal again led by Hardaway. It's a 4-0 Magic lead. Scottie Pippen thought he saw the opening. Dennis Scott able to stay with him. Orlando Magic try to bounce back from an embarrassing performance here on Saturday. Held to just 67 points, second lowest in NBA playoff history since the advent of the 24-second shot clock. Pippen firing from downtown and kept alive by Rodman.
Well, right away you can see the fervor and the passion in the Magic's defense to start this ballgame out. Something different.
Michael Jordan putting the Bulls on the scoreboard. Shaquille O'Neal is held by Ron Harper, who would not allow the shot of the crowd. Looking for a flagrant foul call, but it is a personal foul.
Michael Jordan just getting that little handoff from Dennis Rodman, and a good look as Shaquille guarding Rodman, too slow to get out and challenge Jordan's shot.
Yeah, that was called a non-shooting foul. Jordan able to deflect it to the backcourt. Jordan got picked off by contact. The steal by Scott. Hardaway. Oh, the Magic opening up in very alert fashion. We did not see this at all on Saturday.
And you have to wonder why, Barb. It's just a matter of getting ready and playing at a playoff-type intensity. And that's what we're seeing here at the beginning of this ballgame for Orlando. Chicago looking a lot like the Magic, especially in games 1 and 3.
Foul away from the ball called on contact. Orlando could not get started in Game 1, and they were blown out. They could not finish Game 2 as the Bulls came back from an 18-point deficit, and they had the horrendous performance in Game 3 on Saturday. Off the double team, the foul is called. Orlando attempting to trap Jordan, and contact picks up a quick 2.
Well, Chicago has had a lot of success getting out and running after turnovers, after steal. And Dennis Rodman, sensing that pass to Scottie Pippen, stepped right in and picked his pocket and finds Hardaway.
Now Pippen one-on-one with Scott. Rebounded by Longley. Longley keeps it alive and then stripped by Scott. Hardaway with Bowie. Hardaway took it all the way. And it's Orlando 8, Chicago 2.
And Phil Jackson stoically sitting on the bench, barely watching the action, a little upset with his team, probably warning them for 2 days that something like this could happen if his ball club wasn't ready.
But Michael Jordan showing that he is ready. Michael hitting on his first 2 field goal attempts. Jordan coming off a very quiet game here on Saturday. Also late in the game, came up with a twisted ankle, but says he's all right. And showing no signs of the ankle problem. O'Neal gets inside, and Rodman able to box out for the rebound.
Good defensive job. Oh, Scott almost with another steal.
Harper changed his mind. Jordan with the show-the-ball move on Hardaway. And the Bulls will maintain possession. In the early going, it is still Chicago in command off the board.
That's been the story of this series as well. When you have Dennis Rodman on the floor, that's going to be the case most of the time.
Longley goes to the hook shot. And the rebound taken by Hardaway. Scott for three. Dennis Scott, who has been struggling, has not been able to hit not only the downtown shot, but the two-point shot. He was 2 for his previous 13 in this series. Orlando up 11-4. Harper trying to get out of trouble is called for steps.
Well, this is what the Orlando Magic wanted from Dennis Scott from the beginning of the series, and something he's done all season long. Find that three-point line in transition, catch and fire, and that time he had Scottie Pippen all over him, hand in the face, and it didn't matter because right now the Magic are playing with such high emotion.
You'll recall they opened up in strong fashion on Saturday, but were not able to maintain it. Magic leading here 11-4. Here's Scott to the reverse. And it's Orlando up 13-4. And as you say, Phil Jackson just riding it out here in the early moments. Not looking to call for the timeout. Meanwhile, the Bulls continue to have problems. Another turnover as Rodman is called for the traveling violation.
Well, one way to get yourself going is to play tough, aggressive defense, which is what Dennis Scott has been doing, and that's why his body is so alive at the offensive end.
That's the 5th turnover committed by the Bulls, and 3 have been traveling violations. Scott passing on the 3. O'Neal backing his way and hitting. So Shaquille with 6 points here in the early going, and it's the Magic 15, the Bulls 4. 5 minutes gone by.
And Phil Jackson knows there will be a timeout as soon as we hit the 6:59 mark and under on that dead ball underneath.
Ron Harper with his first field goal. The Orlando Magic hoping to bring this series to a 5th game, which would take place in Chicago on Wednesday night. O'Neal led beautifully by Bowie. Anthony Bowie with the perfect pass for Shaquille O'Neal, who just had some words for Dennis Rodman as they headed up court. They have been sniping at each other right throughout the series. And recall, Shaquille referred to Rodman as a gimmick, and Rodman has been saying, well, Shaquille will... Oh, the block by O'Neal. Fast break for the Magic. Scott for 3. And Longley gets to it. Rodman has been saying, well, O'Neal will be a great player someday. Nice move by Michael Jordan. He's 3 of 3, has 6 points, and it's the Magic 17, the Bulls 8.
And at the other end, Dennis Rodman barking at the official, Danny Crawford, saying he was thrown to the floor. The Bulls are still getting their running opportunities as the Magic, some of that emotion is starting to wear off. A little slow getting back on defense.
O'Neal turns it over. And Pippen fouled in the open floor by Scott. A furious start by the Orlando Magic with 5:49 to go in this first quarter. They are up 17-8. Could be a good sign for the Magic. Dennis Scott hitting on his first attempt from downtown, 2 of 13 from three-point range. Prior to that, only 1 for 7 from downtown in game number 3. We asked Dennis his thoughts on the shooting problem.
It's just one of those things that I guess we as shooters go through when the ball just doesn't want to go in the basket. And then when I finally do get some good looks, which sometimes I guess in this series they've been coming far in between, and I find myself sometimes rushing or getting over anxious that, oh, I finally got a good look, and I'm not shooting my normal shot. And you know, it's something you go through, but only way you get out of it is keep shooting. But I'm trying to guard myself to not taking, bad shots or start making myself and hurt the team worse. And